Hey guys, this one was rough, but it was rough because I made it rough for myself. So basically what I had to build was a agent CLI. All the providers already have one like Codex, Cloud Code, or Gemini CLI. So I wanted to build one, and I was thinking how hard it would be to build a coding agent CLI. Shouldn't be that hard. So I wanted to build one with Rust. And just to make my life more difficult, I wanted to build it from scratch on Beam. So yeah, it was tough. But anyways, let me show you what I built. First, let me show you the architecture. Basically, what I built, it's pretty simple. I call separating 4 different components. One's the UI. The UI was built in Rust with the Ratatouille UI library. Then for the agent itself, I have a core engine that handles the commands, that handles the agent, that handles the planner, and everything that has to do with how the agent interacts with the directory, how it reads files, how it writes files, how it creates new files. I also have a config and storage, and also have an upper router client. So the way it works is that you can bring your own key and you can use any model that you want. Of course, you're going to be paying for it yourself. So basically you do /login, then you can put your API key. That's going to get stored in the config, and then you can use the CLI like you will use any other CLI. Let me show it to you. So this is the CLI, call it Smol. It's a really minimal coding agent, very simple, very bare bones. These are the commands that I support right now: login, model, clear, undo, stats, and quit. If you do login, you can put your API key. I already did that, so I won't be showing you my API key. So instead I'm going to show you model. And here you can choose any model that you want to use. You can also see the token costs, the input output token costs, and the context. I usually like to use growth code fast one because in my opinion it's the best bang for buck from right now. Like cloud is much better, but it's 10 times as much, and I don't think it's 10 times better, so I use growth right now. Also was free a couple of weeks ago, and then you can use it pretty simple. So let's ask it, what is this repo? Tell us what is repo. So right now it's going to the planner. The planner is going to generate a couple of steps. Then each step is going to be sent as a request to the agent again. Here we got our response. And basically we did it. Wanted to list the directory. Then it found the readme, it read the readme, it read the config. Then it sent that to the endpoint, and that's what we got in return. And something that's really cool that I want other CLIs to put is like which other CLIs put how much you spend per request. That's something that, as far as I'm aware, is not very common. But as you can see, just doing this little thing was 0.18 cents, which is not bad, but if you do a lot of this, it can add up. Now let's ask it to make a landing page. Let's wait a little bit for it to work. Okay, it's going to make a plan. Then it's going to send that to the endpoints. And that's how it works. There we go. Now let's see what it did. Okay, this is about what it built. That's not bad. Now, what you're probably looking for is, how do I build this? So let me show you. The core of the logic is in this file. I use Bim. Bim is very easy to use. You just do I to edit, and you can type as any other CLI IDE. And here I have the system prompts. Basically, before any request, this is the system prompt, this is the info system prompt, and this is the planner prompt. For tool calls, we now only have 3 tool calls: read, list, and edit. This is what the agent receives, and further down below, I implement these tool calls. Very simple, nothing crazy. That's right here. Yep, here's the read. So for the read, pretty much the agent can ask to read a file. So I just check the file path. If the file exists, then we show it. If we have an error, then we send an error. If the file doesn't exist, we return that. And this happened a couple of times where the agent wanted to read something but didn't specify what I want to read. So in that case, I return this. For list is for showing the agent the directory. So you can also send a path. And with the path, it's going to read everything inside that directory. And it's very simple. You can use this function with the, and then try every entry. And if it's a directory, you keep looking recursively. For the edit, it's also very simple. For the agent, the way it works is that we have 3 parameters: the file, all string, and new string. If there's no file, we create a new file. If there's no all string, we just add the info at the end of the file. If there's an all string, what we do is we replace the all string with the new string. And that's the way it works. Very simple. It was just a little bit complex because I tried to do it with Rust and with Bim all by myself in just a couple nights and the weekend. But overall, it was really fun, and can't wait to support more CLIs.